Hello and welcome to another update video about DOT. On the DOT chart, we want to take a look at the daily time frame first, and the initial move up is still considered a 5-wave pattern from the October low last year into the March high this year. I call it a diagonal pattern, which means, as always, we cannot really trust it. A lot of altcoins are moving in diagonal patterns in this cycle. Doesn't mean it's bearish necessarily, but it means we just can't trust it, right? That needs to reflect in either your position size or additional babysitting of trading positions, or just sort of maybe stop losses need to be set in a different way to how you would normally do it when you're trading an asset that's not that risky. But yeah, with all these altcoins that are moving in diagonals, just be on the side of caution. We have to be on the side of caution at any point when we're dealing with altcoins, okay? It is possible to place the wave 1 top here, but then I would need to relabel the advance that happened into the December highs. And yeah, I mean, you could also call this a 5-wave move, but then we have an overshooting B wave here, and that's possible. All it would do, it would shift the support area down a little bit, but practically it doesn't really change much because first of all, it wouldn't really shift it down by much. And then the invalidation point, which is really relevant for this 1-2 setup, is the same. It's at 355. And that's the October low from last year. And as I said before, yes, a break below support, which is at 460, isn't great. And it will reduce the probability of a bullish scenario to follow through quite significantly, actually. But still, below 460, it's not invalidated. We will enter what I call often no man's land, which is the space between the invalidation point and the lower boundary of the support area. I mean, what's the support area for? Well, it is the area where we would normally expect a wave 2 to finish. Statistically, most wave 2 corrections would finish there. Now, is it already complete? Is the wave 2 done? Are we already in the third wave to the upside to sort of $30 or $40 plus? Well, let's take a look at the smaller time frame. You can see that when we just look at this wave 2 correction, it's already quite a complex correction. I'm labeling it as a WXYXZ pattern. Other interpretations surely possible. One second. Surely possible, but most importantly, we did say, okay, the low is possibly in, but I cannot confirm it until certain parameters are being reached. Okay, we want to see a 5-wave move to the upside, and let's take a look at what we said in the last update. Let me switch to Discord. As Gold members, you get additional updates, signals. You can actually see how the gold members would receive and see the signals. It happens on Discord, and I just want to show you what I highlighted yesterday about DOT. I did say I can only identify 3 waves to the upside so far. I can call this a 5-wave move in the white scenario if the price reaches $6.66. But if another 4-5 pattern forms as per the yellow scenario, it would be clearer. By the way, you can also see all these other updates I'm sending through. Lots of different coins, lots of different updates. Also coins that are not covered here on YouTube, like, for example, BLZ. Let's go back to the DOT chart. And the scenarios are still showing here. But I wanted to highlight that again because it is so important to not only watch for the right structure, but also watch for the relevant fib levels. Now, as I just did show you in that update, in that Elliott Wave signal, the white count visually gives me a 5-wave move up. Yeah. But the $6.66 level wasn't reached. Now, that doesn't necessarily make it bearish, but it means that I won't trust it. And it means that I could still watch for wave 2 support and see if it holds a higher low in wave 2, but I won't trust it. Okay, so had, for example, we seen a wave 1, a wave 2, the wave 3 should have gone a bit higher also. The wave 4 was a bit too deep to be reliable as well. But let's assume everything had been perfect. Well, okay, I'd be a bit more excited. Now I'm not, because the white count is highly questionable, which is why I put the wave 1 and the wave 2 here with a question mark. The wave 1 means, okay, we have a first 5-wave move. The low might indeed be in. Okay, we have the first level of confirmation, and the pullback is a setup with a high probability of working out. All right. The problem, though, I can't trust it, so I'm not excited. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if it fails, in other words. Now, therefore, I did highlight in that update that if we get one more high, I would have a clearer 5-wave move. It would then be called a diagonal pattern: wave 1, wave 2, A, B, C in wave 3, wave 4, 5. But now, for one more high in the yellow count, for a clear 5-wave move, I need to see the price hold above the golden ratio level, the 61.8 retracement at $6, and I need to see that one more high to 666. Then I have 5 waves up, and then we can say, okay, got 5 waves up, wave 1 that's more reliable, even though this is also only a diagonal, but it would have a higher status for me than what we've got so far. And therefore I'm watching now for the price reaction in this support region. If we can get one more high, especially to 666 or higher, yep, we've got a first, you can call it wave 1. Then I can give you the next support area for a wave 2. So this is basically very important. In simple words, it means we've got one micro support. As long as we're holding $6, one more high, we can watch for that at least. Okay, not necessarily expect it, but we watch for it. And if it forms, then we have something to work with. If we break below $6 now, I would still watch the support for wave 2, which is 564. That is the level that then needs to hold to maintain the white count as at least a somewhat plausible scenario. But again, I won't trust it. So it's still something that could be traded, but it means it's definitely not an A+ setup, okay? So that's hopefully helpful. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.